Going to be a little cooler and cloudier for your Sunday, so hope you soaked up that sunshine today. Winds are going to be down to 10 to 15 miles per hour with high temperatures below freezing. Now, it is still breezy as a weak cold front knocks on our doorstep. 24-mile-an-hour gusts across Lucas and Wood counties and 24 up in Lenawee County as well. I'm watching some of these snow showers drift into lower Michigan, stretching from Kalamazoo and Lansing down into Hillsdale County, where we're noticing a few flurries begin to develop. Overall, I'm not expecting widespread accumulation, but a light coating or dusting of snow may be possible as that cold front swings on through. The hour-by-hour forecast brings a few of those light snow showers in to the metro by midnight, and overnight tonight, snow showers quickly dissipate and exit east. Now, it may be calmer tomorrow, but the wind is really going to crank up on Monday, and we're going to be tracking more ice flow danger out on Lake Erie with gusts to 40 miles per hour. I'll be talking the impacts of that and the timeline of the winds coming up in just a bit.
A Toledo man is being charged with murder and other felonies in a decades-old cold case. Michael Bukowski was arrested Monday in connection to the 1997 murder of a Cleveland woman, Catherine Parisi. Bukowski, now 50, was 23 at the time of the homicide. Court documents reveal a grand jury believes he purposely caused her death and indicted him back in April. Now, Bukowski sits in Cuyahoga County Jail awaiting arraignment. In addition to murder, he's charged with involuntary manslaughter, abduction, tampering with evidence, and gross abuse of a corpse. For more details, you can check out our web story written by lead investigator Brian Duggar. You can find it at WTOL.com. Tonight, we're following up on a story we first brought you back in August, when a teenager was shot and killed while playing basketball. Tonight, we're hearing from his family, who hosted a birthday celebration and a gun violence event to help raise awareness. Dominique O'Neill joins us in studio after going to the event celebrating the day of this young man. Dom, what can you tell us?
Well, Michael, 5 months have gone by since Davion Stribling passed away, and his family tells me time hasn't made the loss any easier. More than 24 people showed up to pay their respects, including his family and some of his closest friends to this event, and they tell me they still miss him every day. It's a day to remember a kid who loved to light up a room with this smile.
He was a great spirit to be around, funny, loving, caring, entertaining. He loved sports, his family, just a teenager, a real teenager at heart.
And reflect on a life cut short far too soon.
Most of all, I want justice, for my son. And, I just want awareness about, gun violence.
According to Toledo police, on August 13, 2024, 15-year-old Davion Stribling was shot and killed after being outside with a group of people playing basketball. A car drove by and shot Stribling, creating a void his family says they are still trying to fill.
For the most part, I just try to stay busy, my purpose is to live for him, as if I know he would want us to keep pushing forward in that way.
Saturday evening, family and friends gathered at the Tremainsville Hall to bring awareness to gun violence, while also celebrating Stribling, who would have been celebrating his 16th birthday on the 22nd. But instead, family and friends are left to cope with his loss.
It's definitely been tough at times, but, I just keep my faith and keep my head up. And, I got, 9 other children I have to push for.
Just 5 months later, it's still an agonizing memory for those who knew him the best.
He was like a brother, for real. When I heard that news, just shifted, man.
He had a strong presence, so it's kind of odd, him not being there, but it feel like he is, but he isn't.
And at this time, no suspect has been named in this shooting, and Stribling leaves behind 9 siblings and his parents. His father says they will continue to keep his name alive and help other young men and young women to get off the streets. Reporting in studio, Dominique O'Neill, WTOL 11.
All right, thanks, Dom. Toledo police are investigating this morning after a man was shot in a church parking lot late last night. According to police, the man was found shot in the parking lot of the East Toledo Baptist Church on Navarre near East Broadway. Toledo police were not able to share the condition of the victim and did not say any suspects are in custody. Now, if you have any information, you are asked to call or text Crime Stoppers at 419-255-1111. You can remain anonymous and may be eligible for a reward. The Ohio Turnpike will begin charging late fees for missed tolls starting next month. We first reported on the confusion at milepost 49 in Swanton last July. Thousands of drivers were struggling to navigate the Turnpike's new tolling plaza. The Turnpike acknowledged not enough was done to inform drivers, which led to the people receiving nearly $20 in late toll statements, some even facing the risk of blocked vehicle registrations. Because of our investigation, the Turnpike waived late fees through January, giving drivers more time to address unpaid tolls. But that grace period ends next month when late fees will officially begin. A local food truck owner says he's scrambling for help after his food truck was stolen Thursday. Tom Otino runs the food truck Jaconi. He parks it in the parking lot of Washington Church on Central Avenue. He says business was pretty good with the food truck booked through September, but now it's gone, and he's asking the community to contact the police if they know something.
Something that you've built really means a lot to you, especially with my friends who helped me build it. Spend a lot of hours, a lot of sweat, and and tears building it. To serve my community. So I think that's what is really disappointing.
So, if you see the food truck, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. The number's at the bottom of your screen. That's 419-255-1111. Representatives from more than 50 different schools in Lucas County packed the Malawi Center at the Toledo Zoo this afternoon for a K-12 school choice fair. School Choice Ohio invited families to the zoo to learn more about the different education options across the county. The event gives families the chance to learn about the different public, private, charter, STEM, and magnet school options for their kids.
They get to have a one-on-one with the staff, the administration of the schools, and see again what the choices are. Many times people used to think the school at the corner was the right school for their kid, but that may not be the case. And the great thing is now there are so many other options here in Ohio to look at, and visit and just see if that works for their child.
The fair only runs once a year as part of National School Choice Week, which kicks off tomorrow. So if you missed it today, you have to wait until 2026 to catch the next one. We have an update on a story we've been following regarding the Lucas County Auditor's Office. A programming error led to inflated property values for at least 346 homes, with a combined correction totaling nearly $40 million. Our Megan Hartnett has more.
The Lucas County Auditor's Office is in the final steps of having a complete list of how many homes were impacted by a programming error, leading to inflated property values. Moline says the goal was to have the list by today, but it will now be sometime next week.
I didn't want to compromise accuracy for speed.
Once the list is complete, it has to be approved by the Board of Revision. Then, impacted homeowners will be sent letters and a recalculated bill. Seeing an increase in property values does not mean you were impacted by the programming error. Homeowners in Lucas County saw an average increase of 29.5%.
But unfortunately, it's comparable to everybody in the state. We saw Franklin County, where Columbus is on average, go up 41%. We saw Cuyahoga County, where Cleveland is, go up 32%. We even saw our neighbors in Ottawa County go up 33%.
The programming error was related to the grade increase of someone's property, which is a factor that goes into how a home is reevaluated.
I think anyone that would have been sitting in this position would have unfortunately had this error happen, because it was on the back end. It was, and so again, regret it. We're going to make sure it doesn't happen again.
The Ohio Auditor of State's office told WTOL 11 the Auditor of State's office is aware of the situation and our auditors may evaluate it further during Lucas County's next audit. All Lucas County residents will see an increase in their second half bill after a special assessment for mosquito control through the Toledo Area Sanitary District was entered incorrectly by a staff member. Moline says this comes to an average of $2.10 per $100,000 their home is valued at.
That was our Megan Hartnett reporting. WTOL 11 reached out to the Ohio Department of Taxation, which is the department the Lucas County Auditor's Office directly reports to. They told us the department is monitoring these developments, but any issues with specific property values or special assessments must be addressed by the county. We have the full list of the 346 known properties that were impacted by the programming error over on our website at WTOL.com. People in Rossford are taking a chili dip to raise money for education. The Bulldog Foundation held a Polar Plunge fundraiser at Carpenter's Local 351 Union Hall, with at least 25 plungers signed up to jump into the freezing cold lake to help raise money for teacher grants and student scholarships through the foundation.
It's great. I mean, we're glad to see, people out supporting the foundation, supporting the schools. It's kind of a fun way to, as opposed to just having a fun drive, or something like that. It gives you something that you don't always get a chance to do.
Now you can still donate to the Bulldog Foundation by going on their website. We have a huge milestone that's been achieved at the Ribbon at Glass City Metro Park just this afternoon. The rink has now seen its 100,000th skater. To celebrate, the Ribbon allowed free skating for the first 100 people, as well as live entertainment and giveaways. A Metro Park representative says the park has always exceeded expectations, as the park has only been open for 2 seasons.
Feels great. I was not expecting this, but it is my birthday, so it's just right. Yeah, maybe next time I'll be the 200,000th or the millionth one.
The ice rink will be open until March and then transition into a roller skating rink in the spring. A series of virtual trainings offered by Lucas County Children's Services started today. They're meant to help people become foster parents or to adopt. The next one isn't until February. Registration for the training is required. For more information on how to sign up, head to the links mentioned tab over on WTOL.com. And hey, remember, if you're still looking for more weather behind the scenes and a lot of fun, be sure to check out our Off the Radar show exclusively on WTOL 11 Plus. From the top weather videos of the week to getting to know our WTOL 11 weather team and a few members of our production team as well, the show is, needless to say, a lot of fun. There's a new episode released every Wednesday, and we hope you check it out. Again, it's only right here on WTOL 11 Plus.
And on our radar for the upcoming week is the return of some strong gusty winds on Monday. 40-mile-an-hour gusts possible. I have your full week forecast and a look ahead to February coming up next. Welcome back in. Hope you soaked up the sunshine today because it does get cooler and cloudier for your Sunday. 29 degrees, mainly cloudy skies. It's not going to be quite as windy tomorrow with a break from the winds down to 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow is also notable because it's the anniversary of the blizzard of '78. Looking at 47 years ago, marking the start of the blizzard. Now, interestingly, many areas started off this storm not with snow, but with rainfall as a warm front lifted on in before cold air swept in on the backside of this, temperatures plunged 30 degrees and blizzard conditions ensued. Not just the snow, but also the strong and gusty winds that made it notable. We'll have more tomorrow evening on WTOL 11 on that historic blizzard. No blizzard in the forecast this time around, but we do have some light snow showers as a weak cold front sweeps in from the northwest, tracking those snow showers moving into southern lower Michigan, including Hillsdale and Lenawee counties. There's that cold front stretching from the thumb back towards the southern tip of Lake Michigan, and that is going to bring us the return of some gusty winds tonight, but it will turn a little calmer into your Sunday. Hour by hour forecast does show you a few of those light snow showers that may briefly cause a coating of snow accumulation. However, dry weather returns into the day on Sunday. It is going to be overcast and mostly cloudy through the afternoon and evening, not really seeing much of a break from the cloud cover. However, by Monday, bright sunshine and gusty winds making a return. Let's talk those wind gusts. Tomorrow down to about 15 miles an hour. By Monday morning, wind gusts to 25, and it's really Monday afternoon that we're going to really see those intense winds that may be 40 miles an hour, and there is the chance out towards the lakeshore it does get even a bit stronger than that. As a result of the strong winds, we are encouraging you to avoid ice fishing on Monday and avoid Lake Erie with a high danger of ice flows due to the strong winds, the sunshine, as well as the rise in temperatures. Ice is not going to be safe out there on the lake. Some of the main causes of ice flows include the temperatures, wind, sunshine, and snow, and even the sunshine today contributed to some of that melting ice that we saw. Lake Erie ice cover actually dropped down to about 80% compared to 85% yesterday. Looking out towards the rest of the Great Lakes, Lake Ontario at 11%, same with Superior, Lake Huron at 31%, making it the second most ice covered, and then Lake Michigan is at 21% covered in ice. We're going to continue the thaw this week with sunshine and milder weather. Temperatures expected to stay in the mid-30s. Looking ahead towards the start of February, our next storm is going to come in next weekend, and it's likely to bring us rainfall, not snow, with temperatures near the 40-degree mark. It is looking like a warmer weekend and the chance for rain Saturday into Sunday. Overall, the 10-day is going to stay milder than average through the first couple of days of February. Michael?
All right, thanks, John. Turning our eyes to politics now, Trump's Las Vegas stop is on his way back from east in fire-ravaged Southern California, where he described the federal emergency response as not good. 5 major blazes have consumed some 55,000 acres. CBS's Elise Preston has the latest on the ground.
It is a sliver of a difference between crying, between happiness, and sheer anger.
Jens Lindemann's Pacific Palisades home was one of nearly 12,000 destroyed in the LA fires. A professional musician, in the days following the fire, Lindemann returned to the ruins of his home to take some time to reflect. We spoke with him today from Kansas, where he was preparing for a concert tonight. He and his wife have just started the long road to recovery.
We registered for FEMA immediately, and it has been as quick as one could imagine, but the system, it's overwhelmed right now.
Thousands are turning to FEMA for help with temporary housing and repair and replacement costs. The agency's website states that applicants may have to undergo an inspection. Yesterday in Pacific Palisades, President Trump suggested the future of FEMA is uncertain.
You don't need FEMA. You need a good state government. You have your own, essentially, FEMA. You fix it yourself.
The president toured the damage, now estimated at up to $275 billion.
What does that mean for the average homeowner's premium?
We're going to see an increase in what people are paying based on their risk profile.
Industry expert Carl Sussman.
What kind of strain does this put on the insurance company, the insurance agencies?
Well, there's no question that these dollars are huge, right? I'm not at this point seeing any indication that an insurance company will not be able to fulfill their obligations and pay their claims.
Getting back to normal is years away for fire victims like Lindemann.
This is not the time to talk about the fact that this could be too expensive. It's not too expensive. It's fixable.
Rain this weekend is expected to be light, but it could cause additional damage in these burned out areas as cleanup is underway. Elise Preston, CBS News, Pacific Palisades, California.
When we return, the latest edition of the Battle of I-75 took place Saturday afternoon at Savage. We have more from the women's game next in sports. Welcome back. The next edition of the Battle of I-75 happening Saturday afternoon here at Savage, and this time it's the women's team in action. The Rockets have won the last 4 meetings with the Falcons, but out of the gate, it looked like Bowling Green was in control. Lexi Fleming jumps on the pass here, and she's going to take it the other way for the easy lay-in. Falcons up at the half. Second half now, Rockets trying to even things up, and right here, Nan Garcia with a catch-and-shoot 3, knocks it down, and we are tied. BG not done yet, though. Fleming with the ball. Shot clock winding down, pulls up and knocks down the deep ball. She led all scorers with 23. But late in the third quarter, Toledo starts to take over. Destiny Robinson from deep. The Fremont Ross Little Giant buries the deep shot. And finally, Kendall Carruthers. She's pulling up for the deep shot, too. Knocks it down to put this game away. The Springfield Blue Devil would finish with a team-high personal best of 21. And the Rockets roll to an 84-71 win. Toledo wins their 5th rivalry game in a row.
Two really rich traditions, you know, 2 pillars of mid-major basketball who have gone on to Sweet 16s and done incredible things. So really proud of our effort. Grateful for the fans who showed up tonight, Team Toledo. We needed every single one of you, but this was a blast. And you know, at the end of the day, players make plays, and our veterans stepped up for us big time tonight.
I mean, it means a lot to me. The atmosphere was amazing. The crowd was amazing. It kept my energy up throughout the game. Yeah, it was really fun to play.
A tale of 2 halves. Thought we played really well in the first half. I have to help them play 4 quarters.
Yeah, it's very frustrating right now not being able to put 4 quarters together. I mean, we played great the first half. We just have to find it within ourselves. Coach is doing everything he can to figure it out.
The Rockets are now 5-3 in MAC play and 13-5 overall. Now let's throw it to Noelle Blumel in Rossford.
All right, thanks, Chase. Rossford High School hosting the Hawks Basketball Invitational as 2 of our local teams took on out-of-city opponents, starting with the Irish as they took on Pickerington North. First half neck and neck, ball gets out to Isaiah Mack Russell and he'll drive all the way in through defenders to lay it in for 2. Later, Dre Wardrop with the catch and shoot from beyond the arc, his second 3 in a row to give the Irish some momentum. Second half now, Irish trailing by 10, but Manny Johnson coming up clutch with the 3 here, giving Central a chance to come back towards the end. Finally, Irish staying hot in the final seconds. Ball gets to Johnson again from beyond the arc, and he hits another 3 to put them within 1. But it wouldn't be enough as Central Catholic would fall by a final of 64-62. Now to the Hawks. Maumee Valley coming off a 20-point win last night, trying to keep that momentum into today. First half, Hawks with the ball. Pass gets to Ty Lewis, and he'll drain the 3 to put Maumee Valley on the board. Later, Jabron Price pokes the ball free for a turnover. Pass gets down court to Kieran Stokes, and he'll drive all the way down the open lane for the layup, plus the whistle to make it a 3-point play. Finally, Hawks get the rebound. Stokes bringing it down. He'll bounce pass to Price, who lays it in for an easy 2 points. And they would end up staying in the win column tonight with a 53-44 win over Detroit Country Day. And that's all from the Hawks Invitational. Reporting from Rossford, Noelle Blumel, WTOL 11. Chase?
Noelle, thanks. That's going to do it from here at Savage Arena. We'll have more in sports on WTOL 11 News on Sunday night.
Welcome back in. Last month, Anthony Cook, the most prolific serial killer in Toledo history, did not show up to his parole hearing. This was after an 11 Investigates story recapped the Cook brothers' reign of terror in the 1980s. That story generated hundreds of angry comments from viewers.